If you are preparing for this forthcoming JAMB 2026 and you come across this question on electrical power and energy, let me show you how you are going to solve it, because this is a compulsory question that JAMB cannot do without. Let's look at this first question. The resistance of a 240 volt 60-watt electric filament bulb is what? We are given the following options. Option A, 0.25 ohms. Option B, 480 ohms. Option C, 60 ohms. Option D, 960 ohms. Now guys, looking at this question, now you must ask yourself, what is electric power? That is the first thing. So I have to show you the formulas for electric power, so you can now tell me the formula I'm going to use to solve this particular problem. So let's go. All right, so I will say that power is equals to IV, or I square R, or V square over R, right? Now the parameters given in this question, we have the potential difference V giving us 240 volt, right? Then we have the power P giving us 60 watt. Okay, sorry, 60 watt, right? What are we looking for? The resistance. So that is my R. Okay, now looking at this question, now we have the equations given. You can agree with me that this is the equation that will best fit for this question, because we have power, which is what we have already. We have potential difference, and we're looking for what? For resistance. This cannot go because we don't have current in this particular question. Is that clear? All right, so I will say that power is equals to V square over what? R, right? Now because I want to make resistance the subject, I will say cross multiply. If I say cross multiply, that means resistance is equals to V square over P. Do we understand? All right, so let's put our values and solve the question. So we have that R is equals to, what's my V? That is 240. This is 240 squared, same thing as what? 240 times 240, right? Then divided by power, which is what? 60. Remember, we can do these things without calculator. So let's go. This cancels this, right? 6 into itself 1. 6 into 24 is what? 4. Okay? So I'm left with R is equals to 240 multiplied by what? 4. Of which, when you multiply it, is going to give you 960 ohms. Do we get it now? So from what we've gotten so far, the correct option to this particular question is option D. Let's go to the next one. Question 2. A bread toaster uses a current of 4 amperes when plugged in a 240 volt lines. It takes 1 minute to toast slices of bread. What is the energy consumed by the toaster? We have the following options. Now you ask yourself, what is energy? Energy, work done and heat, they are measured in joules, so they have the same formula. Okay, so the formula for energy, E, is equals to IVT. Remember, it just multiply time by what? By power. IVT, or I square RT, or V square over RT. But you must ask yourself the question, what are the parameters given in this question? The current I is given as 4 amperes. Okay, the potential difference is given as 240 volts. Then the time is given as 60 seconds, is equals to 1 minute, right? So you have to change it to minutes. Okay, so the formula we are going to use based on the parameters given to us is IVT, right? Now we are looking for energy. Okay, so we are going to use energy is equals to IVT. Are we clear? Okay, putting it in the formula, I have that E. Remember, energy is the same thing as work done, electrical work done, and then electrical heat. Okay, so it's equals to, what's my current? My current is 4. I will say 4 multiplied by my potential difference is what? 240 multiplied by my time is 60. Okay, so let us work it out. So what do I mean? I have E is equals to, multiply is going to have 240 multiplied by 4 times 6 is going to also give us 240. So by the time you multiply it out, you can still work it out with your calculator by going this way. This is 240 multiplied by 240, right? Okay, so what do we do next? 0 multiplied by 0 is 0. We have 0. We have 0, right? 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 4 is 16. Now write 6, you carry what? 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 I have what? 9. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is what? 4. Then you work it out, right? Bring down 0, 0, 6, 7 what? 5. That is my energy. But look at the question, they left the answer in standard form. So we have to make our own to be in standard form. So we'll go this way. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so that is 5.76 times 10 to the power of what? 4 joules, right? So that makes option A to be the correct answer. Let's go to the next one. If at the end of this video there is still a topic that you do not understand, for the sake of this forthcoming exam, just drop it in the comment section and I will do just that. My aim is to see that most students score above 90 in this forthcoming JAMB in physics. So let's go to the next one. A generator is on daily use and in the process 10 60-watt and 5 40-watt tungsten bulbs are on for the same time interval. The energy consumed daily is what? So now we have different powers exhibited when a generator was left on for like 24 hours, because they say it's a daily use, that is 24 hours, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, we are looking for what? The energy. And the unit we have in the options provided is in kilowatts hour. So this is not just energy in joules, right? So I'm going to work it out that way. We have different powers, okay? So we start with the first one. P1 is equals to 10 multiplied by 60, okay? It is just like having and 10 bulbs, each of them has 60 watts, right? For you to calculate them together, just like saying 10 multiplied by 60, okay? So that gives me 600 watts, right? So the second power is equals to 5 multiplied by 40. So this is 5 multiplied by 40. That gives me what? 200 watts, right? So what I'm going to do is to sum of them together. So we have, this is 600 plus 200. That gives me 800 watts, right? Now for me to convert this watt to be in kilowatts, okay, I'm going to divide by 1000. So power is equals to 800 divided by 1000, right? This cancel this, right? That gives me 0.8 kilowatts, okay? But what is energy? Energy is equals to power multiplied by time. Are we there? So with that being said, remember that the time given is for a daily use, for the same time interval, right? And for one day we use 24 hours, right? So time is equals to 24 hours. All right, so the energy now becomes PT. What is my P? That is 0.8 multiplied by 24. And now your question is, how are we going to do this in less than 30 seconds, right? So what you are going to do is this. You can decide to change this guy to be in standard form, okay? It's the same thing as saying that this is 8 multiply 10 power minus 1, right? Then multiply by what? 24. Now you cannot multiply 24 by 8. Anything you have, you now remove this power minus 1 from there. What do I mean? So this is 24 multiplied by 8, right? Okay, this is going to give me 32. I'll write 2, carry 3. This is going to give me 16 plus 3. I'm going to have what? 19. So this is 192 kilowatt hour. So this is energy is equals to 192 then times 10 to the power of what? Minus 1, okay? Which is the same thing as saying 19.2 kilowatt hour. You see what I just did? So this is a way you can actually do these things without using calculator. All right, so from what we've gotten so far, the correct option to this question is option D. Question 4. In the diagram below, if each of the resistors can dissipate a maximum of 18 watts without becoming excessively heated, what is the maximum power that circuit can dissipate? So we have this diagram, right? And we have the following option. So what it's trying to say is that if each of these resistors cannot dissipate a maximum of 18 watts, so we are going to replace this one with 18 watts, right? Let's see what we are going to do and get the maximum power. So we just replace this with what? 18 watts, 18 watts, 18 watts, right? So let's see what you are going to do. These two, they are connected in parallel, right? And I told you earlier that if they are just two resistors, now there are two powers connected in parallel. We're going to solve it this way, that the total power is equals to P1 times P2 all over P1 plus P2, just to get the effective power across this one, right? So that is equals to 18 times 18 divided by 18 plus 18. Are we there? So by the time you multiply it to get the total power, what do we have? 18 times 18 is going to give you 324 divided by what? 18 plus 18 is 36, right? So by the time you divide, you're going to have what? 9 watts, right? So this 9 watts is just for the effective power here. You're not going to add it plus this 18. So power total is equal to P1 plus P2, right? So this is what? The 9 watts, then plus 18. By the time you add it again, it's going to give me what? 27 watts. So the total power is equal to 27 watts. So if you see this kind of question, this is how you are going to solve it. And the correct option to this question is option A. Question 5. An electric current of 2 amperes flows in a heating coil of resistance 50 ohms for 3 minutes 20 seconds. Determine the heat produced. Now we have the following options. So now let's take the parameters given. The current is given as 2 amperes, right? Okay, so the resistance is given as 50 ohms, okay? Then the time is given as 3 minutes plus 20 seconds. That means we have to convert this to minutes to seconds, right? Then we add this to this one. That is 3 times 60 is 180 plus 20. That gave rise to 200 seconds. That is my time, okay? So the formula for the heat that I'm going to use now is equals to I square R root T. Remember, I've given you all the formulas before. So when they give you a question, look at the particular formula will fit into what you have and you solve your problem. So let's go. So H is equals to I square R T. What's my current? 2 multiplied by, because it's I square, right? So 2 times 2. Resistance is 50 and my time is 200, right? Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 50 is 200. So this is 200 multiplied by 200, right? That is going to give me 40,000 joules, right? But because they left the answer in kilojoules, kilojoules means 1000, okay? So let me just divide this by 1000. If I divide this by 1000, I'm going to have 40 kilojoules, right? So my heat is equals to 40.0 kilojoules. Do you understand? So the correct answer to this question is option D. Thank you so much for staying and sticking to the end of this video. If this is your first time tuning, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to get notified each time I post videos. And lastly, do not forget to share so that other students that prepare for this same forthcoming exam can see it and learn from there. I'll see you next time in the next one. Bye for now.